Brett, we're obviously down here at the Kingborough Sports Centre today, and what's the announcement?
Yeah, it's great to be down the Kingborough Sports Centre today and just looking behind us with all these kids attacking this program and the way they're running around the court. It's certainly basketball's on the up and the up. It's fantastic to be here today with Mark Nash and Anthony Stewart. What we're really here to talk about today with these guys is the commitment for the long term into the coaching of the Hobart Chargers. 2020 has been a big year of basketball with no basketball, but now we've got to focus on 2021, and the first stage of focusing on 2021 is re-signing our coaches, and I'm very pleased to announce that both Mark and Stewie have signed on for long term with the Hobart Chargers, which gives us a fantastic foundation to build the future of the Hobart Chargers again, to be going for double championships in 2021.
How important is it to get these two signatures early on in the piece, Brett, and now you can kind of start looking at players going forward?
It's always very important to get your main cornerstones lined up early in anything that you do, and having this done so early in the piece really allows us to sit back now and go where we want to be, what team we want to select, how our young players are developing, because you've got to remember we're still doing all the pre-seasons at all aerobics, and the guys are there again tonight, so having these guys signed on now allows them to start moulding the young players, working with the veterans, and actually really forming that bond that the team needs to go all the way through to the championship.
The board, so obviously the board have approved this, which I think is great. Is this, as you mentioned, long-term plan? Has this always been the goal to keep these two as long as we can?
Well, once you get the cream of the crop, you always try to hang on to them, and that's what we've got. We've got the best two, the GOATs of Tasmanian NBL basketball, two very passionate guys who are always around the community and in basketball. So to have them as our cornerstones really sets us up for a great season. The longevity, as you say, the Chargers are looking forward. We did have the 3-year plan. We're now building on that 3-year plan. And with the NBL coming to Tasmania, this has got to be part of the Chargers' long-term vision to be able to provide potential NBL players to start with and then WNBL players into the future. Just imagine having a new Mark Nash and Anthony Stewart come from the ranks of Tasmania, having our own Shyla Hill or even our own Kathleen Shear coming out of these Tasmanian programs, or even the kids that you see behind me here today. And having two people signed on the long term who are so professional, well known in the community, and cornerstones of sport is fantastic.
Mark, what does this mean? Obviously, being long term now and kind of really now permanent position as coach of this women's team.
Yeah, it's really exciting for the future of the Hobart Chargers. The NBL 1 competition, we've talked a lot about 2020 and the disappointment, but for us now we're back on the track, we're back on the spin bike, so to speak, with our squad, and really starting now to prepare for 2021. It is very early, but now that the club's starting to look forward more formally, we'll start conversations with players from 2020 and see who's interested for next year, and really start putting the pieces of our women's team together.
And of course, with the recruiting and obviously who you want to look at, we're here at a clinic today, which is obviously run by Stewie. Obviously, bringing players here and obviously getting them to help in the community will be big, won't it?
Look, it really is. It's always been so important for the Chargers. We want great players on the court, players like Kathleen Shear, we've had Kayla George, Izzy Chilcott, Clara Wisher over the years, players that we've brought into Hobart. They've been fantastic on the court, but they've also been amazing in the community. And to see so many young people running around behind us is great. I think the extra energy, momentum by the National Basketball League announcement for Tasmania will benefit Hobart, the Tornadoes, and also the Northwest Thunder. So we're really expecting basketball to boom, and we want to have a really clear pathway through the Chargers to help develop our young people for the future.
Obviously, we spoke to you, I think it was last week or the week before, Mark, and obviously good to see the local squad in doing, obviously, stuff with all aerobics, which is absolutely fantastic. And now we just build on that, but then, of course, you'll work out who stays on and obviously who's interested as well.
It's been fantastic to get the Hobart-based group back together, and what's been really pleasing for me is the way everyone's come back in. They've been working out in their own time. We haven't had the opportunity to get together. We haven't been doing much online together as well, so the players have been working in some small groups, but really they've been leading that, and that's been amazing to see. And they've really, hit that first class running. And we've got spin session this week, and really looking forward to continuing to build that over coming weeks and months.
When do you plan to get back on court and start doing things with some basketballs?
Yeah, over the next weeks and months, and it really depending on court availability and issues around COVID-19 restrictions. Our first steps will be individual small group sessions, and then probably later in the calendar year we'd look to get back on court, providing everything continues to improve. So small steps for us, but right now it's about re-engaging the players, giving them some guidelines around a really strong core fundamental fitness, and we've got plenty of time to worry about X's and O's leading into next season.